Okay, so hello out there. I am Pranesh, and this is my new project called Gitassist. So what this app actually does is the only thing you need to have is someone's GitHub profile name, and after putting this here, you can chat with that particular profile. Let's just say if you want to know something about that particular person, which is public on GitHub. So this give you answer for this. Let's test this out how it actually works. So let's test it out on my profile, which is Pranesh25 Joshi, and we set it as a username. It will check on the backend side whether this username is legit or not, and here this username is legit. So let's just find out, have I worked on any projects or not recently. So this is the prompt which I have given, like what projects has the user worked on, and after pasting this is what this app emits out. So this is like some of the data which is emits out. Let's just see whether this is right or wrong. Okay, so I have some of the recent repositories. Yes, I have worked on this. I have also worked on this. So yeah, this is true. I actually worked on these things. Let's just say, gives the second prompt. Tell me about his organizations. Let's just do this. Tell me about his recent organization he worked in. And it thinks and it gives out the actual data. Okay, I have worked in these organizations, so it is actually true. So let's just actually see how this actually works. Yeah, so this is the architecture of how it actually works. This is the backend architecture. So the user from the front end throws the prompt, it goes to the backend route, and the prompt is actually sent to the Gemini. So what the Gemini or any other module. So what here the Gemini is actually doing, it is figuring out what intent is associated with the prompt. Let's just say if you asked about someone's general information. So the intent associated with it would be bio. Or if you have asked about his recent commits, so the intent would be recent commits. So this is what the Gemini is figuring out, and as a response, it throws back the intent. And now what I'm doing is I'm giving or making a API call associated with that certain intent. It could be an array of intent because a prompt can have multiple intent associated with it, and that API GitHub API is throwing a JSON response. Now this JSON response is the actual data which the user want to see, but it is in the JSON format. So now the JSON format with the original prompt that the user has given would be sent to the Gemini, and the Gemini will gives out or the returns out the final response message. This message is then given to the front end, and so yeah. So this is how it actually works. The Gemini figures out the intent. On the basis of the intents, we make certain API calls. We get the result out of it, and then again we gives it to Gemini to figures out the final response message. So this is the general flow of my app's backend, how it actually works. And yeah, so this is all about my project. Thank you.